What I have here is a Mathews TRX 38. This is a 2018 model. I bought it at the beginning of 2018, but I didn't have a chance to really go out and shoot at the tournaments. But I'm planning to do more this year. A lot of things happened last year, just like you guys. We had an addition to the family, so my wife and I are really happy. But this year, I'd like to at least try to go out to the local tournaments here and just really have a good time. So this is the Mathews TRX 38 at 60 pounds, 29-inch draw with the 70% mods. And what I did was I bought these here. These are the Mathews. These are the 70% V mods, but this is for 29.5-inch. Okay, I don't know if you can see the part number, but it's there. Okay, let me know if you guys don't see it. I can post it back up or something for you guys. But this is a 29.5-inch 70% V mod. What I have on there is the 29%, 70% mods on there. I'm sorry, 29-inch 70% mods on there. I shot it for about a week and it felt little, not too short, but it felt, maybe because of the 70%, mods, that I felt my back and my neck, especially my neck, it tensed up a lot, after like 3, 4 days. It wasn't like too bad, but I just felt a bit more than normal, like condition for me, shooting. I'm pretty a relaxed shooter, right? So my friend had a 29.5-inch. It wasn't the 70% V mods, but it was just the 70% mods, and I drew that back, and that 29.5 felt a little bit better for me. So I'm gonna go switch the mods for this bow, shoot that for a while, see how it feels. If I don't like it, I already have the 29-inch. I'll just swap back if I need to. But that's what I'll be doing. So for this video, I'm changing the 29-inch 70% mods to the 29.5-inch 70% V mods. Okay. Here's the module package and the contents. We have 2 modules, and then we have a package of 6 screws. So we have 2 for the button here, which are draw stops, okay, and then we have 4 that are for the modules where you screw into the cam, and they have Loctite on them. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, these are the modules here. Let me pull these out. Okay, these are it. There you go. Alright, and this is the A module. This is the B. And A is for the bottom cam, B is for the top cam. Okay, and I don't know if you can see the engraving. There you go. This is the cross-centric cam, okay, and this is B, which is the draw length, which is 29.5. For Mathews, they start at A and then they go down from there. So A is 30 inches, B is 29.5, C is 29, D is 28.5, and it just keeps getting shorter and shorter. Okay, and then that is right there, the 70% V mods. If you look on the other cams, if you don't see that V on there, that's not the V mod. Okay, that's just gonna be either 70 or 80. And then this is B, which tells you that this module is for the top cam. Okay, to switch the cam, what needs to be done is take the button here, which is the draw stop, off first, and then take the screws out. Slide this module out, put the new module in, and then reverse the step, okay, which is tighten these screws first and then put on the button last. Okay, the reason is because if you can see between the cam and the limb, there's just a small gap in between, okay, and this button will get caught in that gap if you don't take it off. So that's what's needed to be done first, okay? So take that off, and then you know, the screws off, just to get the module out. And that's what I'll be doing. And these screws take the 1/16 inch Allen wrench. That's what I'll be using. Slide this out carefully. You don't want to scratch the cam. There you go. Okay, in sliding the module, there's a wheel there that the module, this section right here, where one of the screws go to, this piece here like gets caught there in that little wheel there, so it's very tight. You know, it's wedged in there pretty good. You can force that through, but you're gonna scratch that wheel, which is your cam, as well as your module, this piece here. So you don't want to do that. If you're not comfortable with that, or you don't feel like, you know, you don't want to do it, I advise you to take it to the shop. They'll be able to help you out. So that's one thing. You know, the other thing is that if you force it through, you're gonna damage your serving string here, and you don't want to do that. Okay, so you don't want to, two things, you don't want to scratch your module and your wheel here, which is the part of the cam, and you don't want to damage your string. Now what I do, you know, there's a little trick that I do to get that in there. I could use a bow press, which is what the archery shop's gonna do for you. They'll probably, you know, they'll press the limbs in, you know, and then slide this in, you know. But what I do is, I'll demonstrate. You know, I place my fingers in the holes of the riser, and I'll also place my finger here on the top. This is the top cable guard. So it's like, you know, I'm like squeezing my hand like that. Okay, so I'll place it on the my fingers on the riser, and my hand, my thumb, on the top cable guard, and I'll squeeze, and you're gonna see what happens. When I do that, you notice how the cam rotates. See that? When it rotates, what it does is between the top cable here and the wheel here, which the module gets caught in, that'll widen that gap, you know. So you know, it'll make it large enough for you to fit in your module, just like that. See that? Okay, I'm gonna do that again. Now it's in there good. I mean, I can't get it out because the other side is gonna get caught there. But if I do the same thing, right, I pull on the top cable, see that? It winds that gap between your top cable and the wheel there, and you could slide this right in there. Okay, so one last time, there you go. It's pretty tight in there. I don't want to scratch my module, so I'm not pressuring it too much. I'm just barely touching it. Now I'm gonna pull on the top cable, create the gap, slide this in, and voila, there we go, we're in business. Now all I have to do now is just line up the screw, the holes here, and put in my screws. And remember, I'm reversing the process I started, right? Instead of doing the button here, which is the draw stop first, I'm doing the module screws first, okay? There you go. Alright, so I swapped the module, the 70% 29-inch draw module, with the 70% V-mod 29.5-inch module. And I'll do this with the bottom cam, and then I'll be done with changing the modules on the Mathews TRX 30. You know, I'm just showing you what I like to do. Yeah, it's not, you know, I really advise everyone, if you can, you know, if you don't feel comfortable tuning your bow or changing anything, you know, whether it's the strings, rest, whatever, or mods or cams or anything, I recommend you guys please take that to your local pro shop. They're gonna know what they're doing. Okay, they have a lot of experience in that. I think archery is you know, not just archery, many things in life, you know, but for me, archery is you know, it's a fascinating sport. You know, you learn so much, you know, from other people, and you know, some of the tips and tricks that I do with my stuff, you know, I hope you guys learn something from it. And you know, knowledge is power for all of us, right? So, and I'm willing to learn from someone. You know, if I'm doing something that's wrong, please let me know. You know, comment down there, or if I'm forgetting something, or if I'm you know, sound cocky or whatever, please let me know. You know, I'll tune it down. You know, but yeah, it's really you know, I just think that knowledge, you know, should be shared with a lot of people. You know, with everyone who does archery. A lot of times, you know, shooting at leagues and stuff, I noticed that a lot of people who come in, they don't have the top-notch equipments, or you know, they're just starting out in archery. You know, they get intimidated, you know, because they're, you know, a lot of folks, maybe they're, you know, maybe it's just their first experience. They kind of, you know, don't want to do archery ever again, right? You know, because someone kind of shut them down or kind of looked at them differently, right? But I just think that archery is a beautiful sport. It's like a worldwide sport, you know, like it's in the Olympics for the recurve stuff, you know. Compounds coming along, you know, in so many ways, you know, in the world archery, you know, they've done a big like push and a boost for compound archery, you know. So yeah, but you know, whatever what I'm doing today, hopefully you guys pick up something. And if I'm, you know, lacking on something, please let me know. I'm willing to learn, you know, and I'm always, you know, eager to learn new things, you know, make things better for myself, you know. So yeah, please tune in. Yeah, and if you guys want me to talk about my setup specifically, I can probably do that, how I set up my rest, my sights and stabilizers, what I'm doing. You know, if you guys subscribe, or you know, just kind of put a comment there, I'm sure we can put up videos for you guys.